Hi guys, welcome back to Cycle Exchange YouTube. Today we're here with this Pinarello Dogma X. You know about Pinarello, you know about Dogmas, but what is a Dogma X? Well, in short, the Dogma is Pinarello's top tier bikes. Whether it's the F or the X, this is the top of the range in all aspects. The X starts a little bit away from the previous Dogma models in that this is actually more of an endurance bike. Whilst it holds the racing heritage and all the things they've learned from their previous Dogma models, the X has a slightly more relaxed position, so your front end is a bit higher, a bit closer to the saddle. Your seat tube's also a little bit further back, just helping you push your weight back a bit further. So the X is still a Dogma and is their top tier bike. It uses what they've learned from years and years of making top spec bikes, and it applies it now in this more endurance platform. What that means is your front end is a little bit higher up, a little bit closer to you, but also your seat tube's a bit more relaxed, just helping you push your weight back a little bit more and get a bit more balanced on the bike. Now, with the X, one of the other things that are different is you've got a bit more space for bigger tires in this. What that helps with is, on this particular model, we've got 30C tires on these wheels, and that means that when we've been riding this bike out and about this morning, over any rough stuff on the roads, any little cracks, gaps, or anything that's not particularly smooth, this bike just flies over and you don't even feel it. You might be saying to me though, you can put bigger tires on any bike. And whilst this is true, you might not have the space to do so properly. This X with the 30C tires has plenty of room through all of your stays, including the fork. The other thing that Pinarello have done to help with this compliance and smooth out the ride is actually tune the carbon layup and also the seat stays. As you can see, these are really thin at the back here, and we have this complex little X design. All of that helping absorb vibration from the road. Whilst we have other X series bikes from Pinarello, the Dogma donates it being the top spec model. As we see here on this build, we've got Dura Ace DR2 and Zip 303 Firecrest wheels. There's not much that tops this, and to finish it off, we've got Most's integrated cockpit. Now, this is the same cockpit that's found on the Dogma F, and that can be used on some of their lower spec bikes. It uses their TRCR internal cable routing. After riding around this for a little bit now, the feeling that I get from it is it's just a super smooth and planted bike. We get this from a lot of endurance bikes, but where this really stands out to me is whilst it's smooth through the rough stuff, when you're handling, you've still got a bit of that responsiveness that you get out of a race bike. And that really comes from Pinarello and their race history and their race heritage that they keep. They've still got a nice lively feeling in the bike, but over the rough stuff, it just feels planted. The other thing about the X is you could get a lower spec one. Pinarello have great bikes like the X7, X5, X3, X1, and the real question is, what is the difference? Well, with the Dogma versus the X7 and the low spec ones, it's really in the carbon layup. Yes, you get a slightly more intricate design at the rear stay here, all that nonsense, and it's a bit about the looks there, but really what they've done with the carbon in the rear end here, and even in the fork, apart from the weight saving, there is added compliance and it is that bit smoother than other bikes. It is very slight, yes, but it can be felt by the everyday rider. All in all, the Pinarello X is a great bike. This Dogma version has been an absolute pleasure to ride. I would love to own one myself. If you're interested in any Pinarello, especially this Dogma X or others, have a look at our website. We've always got a great range of them. If you've enjoyed this video, drop us a like below. If you're interested in Pinarellos or want to see other bikes, give us a comment, let us know what you think. Don't forget though, subscribe and stay tuned for the next one.